thing that I look for is a job ready? Is it ready to measure? That's the very, very first thing. You need to establish PowerPoint cutouts, you need to establish architraves. Don't assume that they're going to use a 70mm arc and then with a 3mm quirk, okay? You want to make sure all your substrates and all your carcasses are in before you do a check measure. Yeah. As you can see here, there's a 4mm quirk there and a 3mm quirk there. You don't know what the builder's going to do.
Yeah.
You can't assume.
With this one straight away, this wasn't up when I measured it, so he's done lines. So if he hasn't done it to the lines, then we're in trouble.
And that's where you'll get caught out, where the builder would turn around and go, I worked to the line, you measured it wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, whereas if the substrate's in, or the arcs are in, or whatever it may be, then it's bulletproof. You know, like it's going to work every time. The key thing when I get caught out is when sites get modified after I measure.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. That's what gets me unstuck most of the time. Okay, so when there's an NCR, a recut, or whatever it may be, we'll prove it to the builder and we'll charge them accordingly. But it gets messy. It gets really messy. So you've got to sort of work out, you know, are you prepared to take a risk? It's very difficult because you've got Mr. Smith going, I need it in, but then here you're going, well, you know, if I make this mistake, it's on me. So you really, yeah. I'm not a risk taker. I'd rather do it once, do it properly, and it's quicker that way in the long run, and make a second trip. I don't like coming back a second time, but a lot of the times I have to because things aren't ready to go. So once I've established that everything's in, PowerPoints are in position, my bench tops are in, then I can do a check measure. So as soon as I walk in, apart from the meet and greet and whatnot,
yep.
and I've priced it and she signed it off, or he signed it off, then I start check measuring. So from check measure, level on the bench, I always do my heights first. For what reason? That's just how I do it. I'll draw it all up on a bit of paper, and I'll start leveling and measuring off. So from here, I've already established there's a 2mm run out there in the bench.
Yep.
Okay, and then from there to there, it's plumb. For what reason? They probably had to pack this area up a whisker in order to get that join sexy. But anyway, nevertheless, so what I'll do is I'll create that 2mm shape in the drawing, or I'll do the 2mm run out, and then I'll start measuring my height. Okay, so I know that if there's a 2mm variation from left to right and it's going the correct way, then I can move on to my width for the panel. So
what would you do? Where that 2mm runs out, would you go 1200 to your 1200 level and then scroll that way?
No, you can only go point to point. Okay, you can't go 2mm there and then level.
Yep.
So so
you go point to point and then sort of do it a little D shape sort of, yeah?
No, point to point, and it runs 2mm over the whole span of the panel.
Okay.
It doesn't go down 2 and then level, because we can't edge work it. We can only edge work straight line planes. So what I'm looking for at the moment in that 2mm rake is this side to be 2mm higher than that side.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's going downhill 2mm. So we go up and have a look.
But the overhead's this level.
That's exactly right, exactly right. So we establish we've got 702 there, tight, and then we go over this side, I want 704. Double check, 704, so then we know that the overhead's